a voice, but so does courage. Every great success in this world began when some chose to follow the voice of courage over the voice of fear. Today I'm going to share how we can turn our fears into the fuel that gives us courage with one simple word. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ananya Mithra from class 5. Let me ask you something. How many of you have ever said the words, "I can't do this"? I guess it's not just me. Now what if I told you there's a tiny 3-letter word that can change that sentence? That word is yet. You may think, what's so special about yet? Wait, stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never hear the word in the same way again. The word yet is not just grammar. It's a seed of tomorrow. The word yet turns frustration to hope, because yet is a promise of success. Sometimes the smallest gestures hold the greatest power. A smile, a handshake, a kind word. None cost a dime, yet they can change everything. Likewise, adding yet to the things we're still learning or going into gives us hope. Hope speaks in the middle of the storm and says, "You're not done yet." That single word, yet, turns failure into possibility, reminding us that possibilities remain beyond today. Ever since I can remember, I loved riding bicycles, but mastering it was my biggest challenge. Each time I tried, I stumbled and fell. I got frustrated and started thinking, I can't do this. But then my mom smiled and said, "Add yet." I was like, what, add yet? Is that going to magically fix my balance? But then she said, no, just say, "I can't do this yet." That tiny shift turns a wall into a window. So I tried again. I fell again. But this time, I fell with optimism. That day, I realized failure isn't the end. It's the beginning of learning. That tiny word gave me courage. By discovering the magic hidden in yet, I found the strength to keep going, even when I lose sometimes. Today, that same spirit fuels my passion for roller skating, a sport that teaches balance, resilience, and grace. Each spin, glide, and fall reminds me that every setback is just a step towards my next medal. With this determination, I continue to shine on the rink and proudly win medals in competitions. History proves it too. Thomas Alva Edison didn't say, "I failed 1,000 times." He said, "I haven't succeeded yet." And today, we have light because of it. So, how do you use the power of yet? Change your language. Say, "I can't do this yet. I don't understand yet. I'm not ready yet." Give yourself permission to go. Celebrate progress, not perfection. And flip the mindset. A fixed mindset to a yet growth mindset. Here we can see how we can change our thinking from a fixed mindset to a yet growth mindset. On the left side, the brain is grayish-white. That's the fixed mindset. It says things like, "I don't know. I can't do this. I'm not good at this." But when you flip your mindset, the brain becomes colorful, full of hope and learning. A growth mindset says, "I don't know this yet. I can't do this yet. I'm not good at this yet." That single word, yet, added a layer of hope to us, once seemingly impossible. This mindset shift was hard for me at first, but then it started to change everything. A bridge between where we are and where we want to be. To put it more simply, an old man once said, "Erasers are made for those who make mistakes," to which a child replied, "Erasers are made for those who are willing to correct their mistakes." This simple exchange reminds us that mistakes aren't failures. They're opportunities to learn and grow. That's the power of yet. I may not have mastered something now, but I'm learning, improving, and moving forward. So the next time I feel stuck, I remind myself, I'm not failing, I'm just not there yet. I'm not lost, I'm still finding my way. There's also an old Japanese proverb, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Adding yet is what helped me stand up that 8th time. Because in the story of every dreamer, every inventor, every learner, there's always a moment that begins with that simple word, yet. Let me leave you with a simple question. Think of one thing you believe you can't do. Now ask yourself, which voice will you listen to? I can't do it, or I can't do it yet. When you stop at can't, it feels like a full stop, the end of the story. But when you add yet, it feels like a comma, a new beginning. Feel the difference? In that one small word, you just gave yourself a future. So the next time you're stuck, don't end with a dot. Add yet. Let it become your secret weapon. Because with yet, your story isn't over. It's just beginning. Thank you.